You guys, we have a massive news drop for Marvel Spider-Man 2. I told you guys a few days ago that more news was coming really soon, and today is the day. A bunch of brand new interviews from Ryan Smith, the game director for Marvel Spider-Man 2, and Bryan, Intihar, the creative director, have dropped, and man, did they give us some great details and confirmations for the game. We learned how character switching will work, the size of the map is finally revealed, and we get a taste of how dark Peter Parker will go in this game. There's a lot to break down, and I will be giving you my opinions as we go along. Before we swing on into the video, if you are new here, I'm CBK. I pretty much only cover Marvel Spider-Man 2 here, so if you're hyped for Marvel Spider-Man 2, then be sure to hit that subscribe button for me. Alright, let's swing on into it. So the first thing that we got confirmed in this game is how the switching between heroes will work. Bryan Intihar said in an interview with Eurogamer, when you're playing the main story, we control when you switch between Pete and Miles. It's done in service to the story when we're making those switches. So as you saw on that gameplay reveal, which is a segment of the main story, we are predetermining those based on what we want to do for how the story plays out. We have content designed around Peter, we have content designed around Miles, and we have content where you can play either. You'll be able to, in the open world, freely switch between them with a simple press. This is thanks to the power of the PS5. Being able to switch in the open world so quickly between the two characters is really awesome, Bryan said. And this, my fellow Spider-Man fans, is exactly what I wanted. I have specifically asked for the switching of Spider-Man to work like this in previous videos. This ensures that the story plays out the way that the writers have intended, and if you just want to free roam and do some random activities, you can then use whatever Spider-Man you want and switch seamlessly between the two. This is perfect for me. We also have some brand new info revealed about the skill trees in this game. This character switching will tie into the Marvel Spider-Man 2 3 skill trees, one for Peter, one for Miles, and one that is shared. Ryan Smith said to Eurogamer, "We want to make sure that when you do switch between the heroes, there's a sense of familiarity. They're both Spider-Man. You know how to play the game, but you still have that flexibility in the customization for upgrading each of them with their skill trees." I also love this. Each Peter and Miles have unique abilities, so it already made sense that they would have their own separate skill trees in the game. But what I really love is the shared one, because they do have some similar skills and gadgets that could easily be upgraded together instead of having to upgrade them twice, once for each character. Now let's get into the darker tone Insomniac is establishing in this game. Bryan Intihar went on to say, whether it's Kraven, which we confirmed in the beginning of the sequence, and obviously we showed Venom when we first announced the game, and now the symbiote and Pete being bonded with the symbiote. There's naturally going to be some darker elements to the story, Intihar says. That's just being respectful to those characters and what they bring to the overall experience. What we've talked about is this. Whether it was Marvel Spider-Man or Miles Morales, our games are all still about having heart and humor. It's really finding that balance between those darker themes and characters, but also delivering that very human story where there's a lot of heart and humor. I think that's what was tricky, but I do think we found that nice balance at the end of the day. So it sounds like they have found a nice balance between the lightheartedness of Spider-Man and the darker side of the symbiote suit storyline and a villain like Kraven. This certainly stays true to those characters and what we're familiar with in those storylines. Bryan also said, it's very difficult, but that's what we owe to the players. We owe that to them, to find that balance between these darker themes with the symbiote and Kraven and Venom, and maybe others, but also, you know, to make people laugh. It's certainly a very difficult thing to balance out if you ask me, but I wholeheartedly trust Insomniac with that difficult task. Additionally, we also learned that both Queens and Brooklyn have been confirmed for this game. We also learned that these additions have made the playable map twice the size of the first two games, which is something that I already predicted in a previous video that I did, but I'm happy to have that confirmed. This was a great day for Marvel Spider-Man 2 fans. It's really allowed the directors a chance to elaborate and break down what we saw in the gameplay. I am so hyped. Marvel Spider-Man 2 fans, we are finally eating with brand new information regularly. But let me know what your favorite reveal from all of this was and what you think about each of them if you want to in the comments comments down below. I appreciate you guys so freaking much for watching and just supporting all of my Marvel Spider-Man 2 videos. You guys are seriously the best. But that's going to be it for me on this one. Thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.